Hi everybody, my name is Amit. I'm going to tell you a story about Rick's big bushy mustache. Now, Ricky looked like his mother, but he wanted to look like his father. And and he said to himself, why can't I look like my father? I mean, I'm a boy, he said to himself as he walked to school to the 4th grade one morning. Now, when he got to class, Miss Cortez was taking some box off a shelf and putting it on her desk. And she put the box, and she took a sarape out of the box, put it on, brandished a sword in the air, and said, "Class, for the new unit, we are going to talk about Cinco de Mayo, which celebrates the Mexican victory over the French army." Now, she looked around the room, and her eyes settled on Ricky. She said, "Ricky, would you like to wear the white shirts?" He shook his head no. She said, "What about this sword? Do you want to hold the sword?" Again, Ricky shook his head no. Ricky shook his head no to the sombrero, to the captain's hats, to the purple cape, and to the tiny Mexican flag. But when she showed him the big, bushy mustache, something clicked. He liked the big, bushy mustache. It was cool. For the rest of the day, the rest of the kids practiced. Some students played Mexican soldiers. Some of the students played French soldiers. Ricky just played with his big bushy mustache. It tickled his lip. It tickles his lip, and it made him feel tough. Now, at the end of class, Miss Cortez said, "Now, class, remember to put away your costumes at the end of the day, and before you leave today, put them in your desks." But Ricky didn't do that. He didn't listen to her. He put his mustache in his pocket, and out the door he went. Now, as he was walking out of school, he put the mustache back on, and the next thing he did was he started hearing the Bee Gees in his head. And as the Bee Gees were playing in his head, people were noticing him. Some guy across the street saluted him and said, "Hey, hello, soldier." Some lady said, "Wow, what a handsome young man." And a little girl said, "Can you tie my shoes for me, mister?" Ricky laughed, and he ran the rest of the way home. Now, when he ran up the wooden steps, opened the door, the front door, ran into the kitchen, and there was his mom washing dishes with an apron on. And she said, "Oh, Ricky! Hola, Ricky, mijo!" Everybody say 1, 2, 3. "Hola, Ricky, mijo!" And Ricky said, "Hello, mama." And she said, "Ricky, why don't you wash your hands and help me slice these apples?" And Ricky looked at her and he said, "Mama, you didn't say anything about my bigote. Didn't you notice?" "What bigote, honey?" "Well, the mustache, the one on my face." It was gone. Without another word, quick as a flash, he turned around, ran out the house, and retraced his steps and searched for the mustache. He crawled through a pile of raked leaves. It wasn't there. He looked between the parked cars, every parked car. It wasn't there. Aha! He saw something black on the sidewalk, but it was nothing but a black squashed black crayon. Ricky sat on the pavement and cried. He went home and told his mom. She wiped her hands on the towel and gave little Ricky a big hug. Then his dad came home. He sat down to dinner, and his big bushy mustache went up and down as he chewed his food. He talked about work, and that's all he talked about. Little Ricky wanted so badly to tell his father, but one word came out, and he whispered, "Mustache." And that's all he said, and his father didn't even hear it. After dinner, Ricky painted a mustache on his face with some shoe polish, but it didn't work. It was too flat. He had the same try, and then the next Then he went to his father and said, "Daddy, I lost my mustache." His father sat him down and said, listen, Ricky, I want to tell you a story about somebody who tried to be what they weren't. And it was a good lesson and a good story, but it didn't help Ricky much. What was he going to do? The next morning, he went to breakfast. He went into the kitchen for breakfast, and he said, he walked in slowly. Nobody was there yet. But then Mom came in, and she had something in her hand. She let her fingers open slowly. And it was the big bushy mustache. Mom, you found it. Well, not exactly, son. Dad cut his mustache off last night, and we made a new one for you. And Ricky said, yay! Now his dad came in and he said, Daddy, look, I look just like you. And Dad said, yeah, but son, I'm shaving. I shaved my mustache off. Now I look like you.